Middle East regions are becoming scared and worried about what is happening with the waters of the Euphrates River.
Millions of Syrians and Iraqis are having to abandon their homes.
Local authorities say they don't know what is happening.
Something terrible is happening in the Middle East. The Euphrates River, which for millennia sustained entire civilizations, is disappearing. Millions of Syrians and Iraqis are being forced to abandon their homes as once plentiful water becomes scarce. Local authorities say they do not know the exact cause, but the truth is that what is happening to the Euphrates is more than a simple environmental crisis. The greatest river of antiquity carries secrets and mysteries that go beyond our understanding. But now it is drying up quickly, leaving a wake of despair and uncertainty. The worst? The countries that depend on it seem to ignore this tragedy, and in some cases, even contribute to its destruction. But what if I told you that this drought is not just an environmental disaster, but one of the signs of the end times? Yes, the Bible had already prophesied this thousands of years ago. In the book of Revelation, there are stunning revelations about the future of the Euphrates River, directly linked to Armageddon, the final battle between Christ and the forces of evil. Could the drought of the Euphrates be a sign of the arrival of the Antichrist? What will happen to humanity when this river, which supported empires, ceases to exist? These answers, and much more, I will show you now. But first, click like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more content that will help you understand the mysteries of the Word of God. The Euphrates is not just any river. It was one of the 4 rivers that flowed through the Garden of Eden, according to the book of Genesis. Its waters bathed the land that God created for Adam and Eve, becoming a symbol of life and blessing. And it doesn't stop there. In Genesis 15:18, God made a covenant with Abraham and defined the Euphrates as one of the limits of the Promised Land. On that day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, "To his descendants I have given this land, from the river of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates." Today, this river originates in Turkey, crosses Syria and Iraq, and flows into the Persian Gulf, 2,700 kilometers long. It is an essential source of drinking water, crop irrigation, and power generation for millions of people. However, what has always been a symbol of fertility and abundance is turning into a desert. In recent years, the Euphrates drought has intensified like never before in history. Scientists claim that the region's rainfall regime has changed drastically, with increasingly longer dry periods. In some areas, the riverbed has completely disappeared. But here's what really catches our attention. A video has gone viral on the internet, showing frightening sounds coming from the dry bottom of the Euphrates. Many believe that these terrifying screams are actually the 4 fallen angels mentioned in the book of Revelation, who were imprisoned beneath the river, awaiting their moment to be released to bring destruction to the earth. See what Revelation 9:14-15 says. "Release the 4 angels who are bound by the great river Euphrates." And the 4 angels were released who were prepared for that hour, day, month, and year to kill the third part of men. Coincidence? Or are we witnessing the literal fulfillment of biblical prophecies? According to the book of Revelation 16:12, the disappearance of the Euphrates will open the way for the kings of the east to march towards the final battle. The 6th angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its waters dried up to prepare the way for the kings of the east. The death of the Euphrates is not a simple climatic event. It is a warning that we are approaching the end of times. With the river dry, Earth's armies will be gathered for the great confrontation. See what Revelation 16:16 says. "Then the evil spirits gathered the kings together to the place which in Hebrew is called Armageddon." This means we are closer than ever to the final battle between good and evil. The signs are before us. The Euphrates drought is just the beginning. Given all this, a question arises. What should we do? The disappearance of the Euphrates River is not just an environmental tragedy, but a confirmation that the Word of God is being fulfilled. Biblical events that once seemed distant are now happening. The question is, are you prepared? Christ warned us about the signs of the end, and the drought of the Euphrates is one of them. This means that now is the time to turn to God and be ready for what is to come. If you feel like you need to draw closer to God, don't ignore this call. Leave your comment below, share this video with as many people as possible, and let's prepare together for the times to come. May God bless you and see you in the next video.